can drive.
I mean, that's how I feel too.
Or I can like fly half the way.
Not gonna stop me from flying. I swear to God, like it's not. I'll go in Spirit again. I'm gonna fuck.
You're wild. I don't play with my life like that.
I'm kidding. Never Spirit. Never again.
Yeah, we're not gonna fly anymore. We're gonna take a boat.
Oh
my
not
God.
the boats either, bro. Not the boats either. They're crashing into bridges,
We're
bro.
running out of transportation.
The start of the end. Take
You're-
away
you're-
transportation. Just think about humans without transportation. What are we?
We're
A
there
bunch
at
of
one point.
bitches.
We were there at one point.
Stationary.
Like not even a horse.
Nothing.
Just your 2 legs.
Dude, you can't trust horses. They're getting hacked.
All right, so you're walking for 20
You're
minutes
gonna
and that's it. Like that's
Think
the
about
furthest you
that.
walk.
My foot is acting up again. It hurts so bad all the time.
Punch it.
It's the one I fucked
That's what
up.
I do when my knee hurts. Like when it rains, I just punch the shit out of it.
That
Usually.
honestly, that might be why it's hurting.
Or punch the other knee so your brain
Yeah.
doesn't know where to
It like
send all the warning
yeah,
signals.
distributes like the pain elsewhere.
Dude's hacking bodies.
You know what we be doing out here, bro.
Fucking Neuralink. That's my Neuralink right there.
I'm dead. That's like pulling teeth though. Like pulling teeth, I feel like is like that.
Oh God. What do you want to start with, the J or bong?
I already started with the bong, so you can fire up the J. We'll just keep the bong in circulation. I'll just keep it packed all the time. It's my comfort, my comfort thing method. It's like, what the fuck's the word?
It looks like I have a neck cramp. It's just because I'm worried about my braids. And every time I turn, it like yanks it a little bit.
They're not going nowhere.
Nowhere, right?
Nah, they glued to your head.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the way that she did it, there's no way that's going anywhere.
Her handle is your boyfriend's favorite barber.
I love that.
Shout out to
I
them.
love that.
They're fantastic. Fantastic.
Out of Worcester?
Yes.
Nice.
I think they
feel like
did
I've heard
braids
of
for
her.
an for a
Heard of
Celtics
them.
player.
Sorry.
And I think
Ooh.
that's how I found them.
Nice.
I think. They asked me today when I was sitting down in the chair, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, me all the time to
Braider?
people.
Yeah.
So your boyfriend's favorite braider?
Mm-hmm. Braider?
Barber.
I thought it was barber. Is it braider?
Braider?
Braider.
Oh.
Could be braider.
Went to high school with her.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. No way.
What was she like in high school?
I don't remember. Sorry.
You went to Assabet?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're not. This is not the beginning of the pod.
Oh, I know so many
You're
people that went
rudely
there.
mistaken. We're
Yeah.
2 minutes
Just
in.
bleep it. Just bleep
no
it.
way. There's
Just
no
bleep it.
She was nice in high school. I remember that. She was always nice to me.
I know a lot of
I
people
guess
that
if you
went
want to
there.
start there.
No, we can talk about how my childhood was ruined.
All of our childhoods were ruined. But what'd you say? Today's our 20th episode,
Yes, sir.
right?
Woo woo.
Yeah.
Shout out 20th episode. It's been a great journey. What's up? You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I just like had a light bulb moment because you said 20th episode, and then I was like, "Fuck, 420 is next month, and it's on a Saturday."
Oh shit. We should do a crazy episode.
We should do
You should, like,
outings.
smoke.
We should do.
have all of our
Yeah.
guests.
Imagine
on
you
one
guys
pod.
smoke.
But there's so
on
many
one
events, dude.
podcast.
Like Joint is having a bomb ass event, and I'm sure a lot of other dispensaries are too.
Oh, fuck.
But why doesn't
Jesus
anyone
Christ.
invite us to any of these events?
You can go. They're all at the dispensaries. You could just go.
Unbelievable, right?
You could just go. So I'm gonna. Oh,
What else I gotta do?
I'm dead. No, these ones are open to the public, and they usually have some crazy
No, I
deals
want
or
a
like.
special invite.
I mean, me too.
I want to limit private access. That's
We
what
have to have another night at the summit.
We will.
We should go. Us, like me and you,
We should. We will. We'll return. 100%.
because then
this fucking tastes delicious.
I know it tastes really good in the joint too.
God damn. Oh my God. I'm like a few different flavors.
Yep,
Hold on. I'll analyze that in a second. Tell you guys.
it tastes really nice, and I like these. I like these cones, the Blazy Susan cones.
Like almost floral, but also I feel like I'm camping.
Peanut butter breath
Shout out peanut butter breath.
and Nova.
Okay, well, everyone, thanks for tuning in to the episode. We have some things that we really need to talk about today, so let's get to it. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Nickelodeon. We're going to talk about Diddy. We're going to talk about this person that went on an airplane without a ticket. We're going to talk about the boat crashing into the bridge in Baltimore, a bunch of different shit. But I think we should talk about Nickelodeon first because I just watched the 4 episodes right before you got here. And then you told me there's a 5th episode, which I didn't even know about.
I've been seeing it online. Yeah, it's been. I guess it's listed on Google. I don't know if any of you can confirm, fam. But it says that the 5th episode, I forget what the fuck it's called. It's like the truth comes out or something like that. But it comes out on April 7th.
What other truth?
It could be more victims. It could be someone else coming forward.
Right. So, crazy watch. Very sad.
You know who I have fucking beef with? Brandy's mom. Which a lot of people on the internet have beef with Brandy's mom.
Yeah, one of my notes was she didn't do anything. And she could have saved a lot of lives. But I feel like she's probably aware of that at this point. Especially seeing what happened down the line, right? Like now I'm invited back to this documentary about the very thing that I tried to avoid. And I could have saved people by telling someone about, you know?
She didn't seem that remorseful.
Really? I thought she seemed upset, you know?
Upset, but upset is different than remorseful. Like,
yeah, maybe she didn't display remorse, but maybe I assumed a little bit since she agreed to be on there, you know?
It's just, I think it's harsh for me to, like, she sat up there and she said, I didn't call the police because I thought, what will the police think about me as a mom?
Right, of course. Horrible reasoning and not justified, and I disagree with her, but for her to be there how many years later, she had to have known.
Well, where's her daughter now? Because she wasn't on the documentary. And she's not the person who's narrating.
True, but you know, some people just don't want to come into contact with that kind of exposure to the most traumatic part of your life, you know, because Drake Bell's life, like for the next few years, is going to be based around these discussions. Yeah. And people asking him about it and hearing the response to it and the pour of sympathy he's going to be feeling from co-stars, employees, family members, or people that didn't know. So it changes your whole life, you know?
His dad in that documentary like broke me.
Oh my God.
The guilt that he holds
he never knew, and then he finally tells him. It's crazy. If anyone hasn't seen it, I can't believe you're listening to this right now because I'd be very surprised. But it's incredible. It just covers all of the crazy shit that was going on behind the scenes in Nickelodeon with 2 verified pedophiles who were convicted, were producers on the show, worked on the show. And then the main writer, who it's mostly about, what was his name?
Dan Snider.
Dan Snider.
No charges, no nothing.
No charges, no nothing. There weren't really any comments about him being sexually abusive, but he was very vulgar in the workplace. He sexually harassed his employees, would ask people to massage him on set.
He's sexist.
Females only. Super sexist, right? Because all the boy actors and all the male actors who were kids back then, most of them, except for the black guy, had like good things to say about him. Like he was cool, that he would game with them, like he was always super nice.
It was more of like, oh yeah, we would see him like lash out, or like we would see him do this to other people. It was more their perspective versus the people who were in his like wrath path.
Right, and all the one-on-one with the women's was always negative. They always had something very negative to say about him.
And there's lots of videos, like behind the scenes videos, because he recorded everything, like resurfacing again now, where you see, like you can see everyone's body language change. Like you can just tell how uncomfortable everyone is when he's around with his camera in everyone's face. But also a huge shout out to Jerry Trainor, who's the like adult in iCarly. Because literally after the documentary came out, he cut all ties with Nickelodeon.
I think Nathan Kress did that too. Freddie from iCarly.
Boom. He was like, you can tell in a lot of these behind the scenes videos that he's just like trying to get in the way of Dan. Yeah. Like he's always sheltering them or trying to get them out of an uncomfortable situation because Dan's around and Dan's coming.
Which is, if you're a good person and you're socially aware of what's happening, that's kind of your responsibility, is to protect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, people that you can protect. And even them being in that situation, trying to, you know, diverge or move away from him doing those things, they're putting themselves in
in the
in
past.
trouble too, potentially, and they don't want to. So it's kind of like very passive, like trying to get in the way, but not make him upset,
Yeah.
So it's kind of scary when you have that much power. And
Yeah, he was the golden boy.
Yeah, and I did want to say that the mom of Drake Bell's girlfriend's
Yes,
mom,
yep.
the one that noticed that something was off and was the one that, called his mom.
Yep.
And she's like one of the big heroes for me of the story.
Yeah.
Even though
His mom, I
Drake
also
Bell's
have beef
mom
with
didn't
her.
end up doing anything with that info, it was still like the first person in the story that was like, something is wrong
this is
and
fucking
someone
weird.
needs to know.
When I watched that and like that part came on and it was talking about that, I just like, I started tearing up because I was like, fucking finally, a sane adult, another sane adult, because his dad is now out of the picture, and fuck his mom too. His mom can get run over by a bus. I have beef with her too. Because she just didn't give a shit. She was like, nah, I don't want to fucking drive you. So just go stay at this fucking guy's house.
Yeah, it's tough. I definitely, see her as a villain in this story too. But it's tough, man. I feel like a lot of parents can be passive with their kids, and I spent a lot of time outside of my house growing up, and my parents didn't really have like a huge hold on my time or where I was or what I was doing. So, like, that's not uncommon to have a relationship with your parents and you're kind of distant, and they're maybe not showing up to all your practices and driving you to games and shit. And it just happens in this one scenario, you are going into the worst environment ever and being abused, and
I think it's like, I think it still falls on the parent. Like, it's your responsibility to at least teach your child to understand the difference and know.
But think about what the dad did. The dad did everything he could, and guess what? He couldn't help either.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's like, if you didn't know anything, and then the dad who was onto it from the beginning,
from the fucking jump,
warned everyone at every step that
begged his fucking mom not to let him like be alone with him.
So sad.
It's like, dude, like I felt so terrible for the dad, because you can see it in the whole documentary. Like, he still holds on to so much guilt. Like, he blames himself so much, and it's like, you can't blame yourself. Like,
but how can you not?
There was a wedge. Like, what are you going to do when your kid's not talking to you, that your ex-wife's not talking to you? You have no information. You have no way of knowing anything.
Yeah, but as a parent, I can't imagine. You'd probably feel solely responsible.
Yeah.
You somehow, one way or another, led them to the event of the abuse.
Yeah.
You were the one that read the newspaper ad about the auditions that were coming up and got him involved and pushed for that and continued to push for that. Like, I can see him being like, I literally led my son to the path where he was going to get abused. One way or another, you'll find a reason to blame yourself.
Because you're the parent. If you're a good parent.
It was so sad to see him cry and feel that remorse, that regret. It's cried. Fuck, man, how can you not? Like,
I cried.
If it was me, I'd feel just as bad. But to see them like hugging and the father and Drake's relationship mending, seems to be.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, he alluded to, I think Drake said that they're working on a relationship again.
Yeah.
So that was great to see.
It was, for sure.
One of my big takeaways that I felt watching the full 4 episodes, because I just went straight through them, was evil is bold.
It's in your face.
In your face, right there in front of you, and they just flaunt it.
Yep.
Aggressively.
Yeah, because they have always gotten away with it. Like, there's a lot of people have said that all of this weird conspiracy stuff, like, they put it out there in plain view of everyone, but no one's actually looking at it. No one realizes that that's what it is, or what it's supposed to symbolize, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Everyone just pushes it off, brushes it off, like, no, there's no way. Yeah. And now, like, all of this shit is coming out.
Yeah. And it's tough because everything is based on your perspective. I mean, think about how Drake defended Dan Snider by the end of it. Said that he was great, a great guy, and wouldn't imagine that he was treating women in the way that he did, like, he really supported him. He said that the only person that was there for him was Dan Snider, who was,
but it's
harassing and potentially abusing coworkers.
The thing too is, like, he didn't stop though. Like, Dan Snider knew, and he didn't do anything, and then continued to write extremely uncomfortable jokes into Drake and Josh. Yeah. Because I've seen, like, again, like, all of these like old scenes and stuff like that resurfacing, and there was an episode where this is post like Dan knew all the stuff, like the court case had already happened, all that shit. And it's literally Drake is laying in bed and his brother comes in and starts aggressively jumping on the bed and pulls him. It's just like super weird and uncomfortable. Yeah. So it's like you wrote that in knowing damn well how, like, what he went through and how he felt.
Yeah. But I do feel like at the end of the day, Dan is like a fall man in this. You know, to have two pedophiles working on a children's television set, and then for one of them to be arrested, go to jail, and then be rehired for Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh yeah,
is insane.
Oh, and he didn't even serve that much time.
So like to think that it doesn't go deeper, you know, because also just to play devil's advocate, one of Dan's quotes at the end of the show was,
"I'm taking everyone down with me" or something, right?
No, he was saying that there were people that approved of these scripts. There were people that approved of these lines. There were people that approved of the pilot of the show before they released it, saw these episodes before it hit television. So to me, it's like just playing devil's advocate, not saying he's not to blame, but it goes further than just him.
Yeah,
you know,
100% agreed.
This is an industry for sex trafficking, for children to be like, there's
Correct.
a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, 100% it goes deep.
Yeah.
And so there's stuff that they obviously released in the documentary about the case, because the case with Drake Bell happened in like I think 2003 or 2005. I forget what it was.
Horrible with dates.
But that's when the original case happened, and they took Brian to court, but he was a minor. Drake was a minor, so he wasn't ever named.
Yeah.
Someone looked up the court case, like documents, to find out like what all happened.
Ooh. On TikTok, someone did a video.
Yeah, Brian Peck used anesthesia on Drake to assault him.
That's why, because he said he woke up and was being sexually abused.
Yep.
That's why he didn't wake up, because he didn't know anything was happening to him. That's insane. But isn't that's like the Cosby shit too, right? He would drug them and then abuse them.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucked up.
Brian Peck was pen pals with John Wayne Gacy.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, he had the clown art in his.
That John had painted for him from prison.
The stack of paperwork that he had of him on his bedside is fucking dark. A serial killer's your hero, and you have a painting of them, an autograph signing painting of them, and you have letters, files, everything, a stack of folders next to your bedside of this person.
One of the most notorious.
And he happened to be
killers.
the one that was abusing kids on set. Like, we couldn't fucking see that. There were parents that walked into his room, and he was showing those things off.
Yep.
Not one of the parents was like, you know what? Something's not adding up here.
And some of the parents spoke about it, and they were like, or one of the kids spoke about it, and he was like, it's one of those like group failure moments. Well, I forget what it's called.
Yeah, he said that, yeah. But that's the thing. Evil is bold. It's so in your face that it's almost like, what can I do? And like, just to go there, like, that's kind of what Drake was feeling and was commenting on. Like, you don't know what's going on. You're in a hotel room. Like, you don't have a car. You're not there under your own means. You're just trapped.
Yep.
And to say like, hey man, why didn't you just stop talking to that person? It's not that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the stories of how many times Dan Snider would like, or not Dan Snider,
Brian Peck.
Brian Peck would call him at the house and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, it's just not normal behavior at all. Like, none of it was normal at any point in time. Yeah. Everyone just turned a fucking blind eye. But it wasn't just like Nickelodeon, because like stuff like that was happening on Full House.
Yep.
With the Olsen twins.
Yep.
That's why they left.
Just like I said, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, that was Disney.
Yep.
And for Disney to know that this person is a registered sex offender and went to prison for molesting children, gets hired on a children's show. How does that make that make sense?
I also don't understand.
Other than it goes deeper. That's the only answer. It's the only valid answer.
It's just everyone blackmailing
we just made a mistake
everyone.
in the hiring department. Get the fuck out of here.
We didn't run the proper background checks.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's happened. That's like has been some answers.
Yeah, that's
it's like, there wasn't like a proper background check in place for these employees or some shit like that.
Because you can say those things, you know?
if you're
and
if you're
there's
in
nothing
the
we
industry.
can do about it. We're just here reading about this and listening to it on TikTok and not being able to do anything about it.
But so the thing is that sucks is like there have been people that have been telling us this for a long time.
For sure.
So there's Amanda Bynes, and she's crazy. She's crazy like Britney, like same fucking shit. Corey Feldman also told us about that shit a long time ago, because him and his best friend were both getting abused in the industry, coming up as young actors.
Was Corey Feldman?
I forget what the fuck he was in. He was in. Can you please look him up, Corey Feldman? I forget what the fuck
okay.
the name of it. It's really popular. You'll know what he's from.
Yeah,
but
I'll
he's
probably know
older
by
now.
his face.
But dude, people have been fucking talking about this for a long time, and there are conspiracy theories that Dan Snider is Jamie Lynn Spears' baby daddy, and all this crazy shit.
That
Who
would
knows?
be insane.
What, she got pregnant at what, 16?
But not insane, but totally believable. And it was something that you mentioned before we started the pod and just talking about Amanda Bynes and these child actors that go seamlessly crazy. Like most of the time, crazy comes from somewhere, you know, like people are made to crazy.
Well, yeah.
Not all of them. There are some just from birth, you know, you're just not wired right. But abuse can change people.
There's a theory going around that like all these people that have spoken out have really been shed in a negative light, and they have been made out to look crazy. Like a lot of people who have come out and said a lot of things publicly. So the theory is that this has been a tactical thing to get us to stop believing anything that celebrities say, when like that our whole thing was they're just a washed up child actor who couldn't handle the fame and the fortune.
Jesus Christ.
But realistically, that's not actually what happened. They were being fucking abused in the industry, and then they spoke up somewhere, and then they went fucking crazy.
It all comes from these experiences, man.
He's
That
from the
you don't
Goonies.
just change like that.
That's the movie I was thinking.
He honestly doesn't look familiar at all.
Have you seen The Goonies?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry. But I know that Thanos is in
Bruh.
it.
Have you seen The Gremlins?
No.
Bruh. I know they're old,
Don't
but
keep
like,
asking, please. I'm begging.
I know they're old. I guess you probably wouldn't like The Gremlins because you weren't a kid. Well, you might have been a kid. Did you have a Furby?
Like I would like Goonies. I gotta try the
Yeah,
Goonies.
The Goonies, 100%.
Oh, I tried what?
Have you ever had a Furby? Like the toy? You don't know what a Furby is? Please look that up really quick. Furby toy. Yeah, Furby.
Nope. No idea what that is.
That's what the Gremlins pretty much look like.
Well, not to veer too far off. Any other thoughts about Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck is that from? Were they like in a
I
show
thought
or
those
something?
were just like
They're
McDonald's
toys.
toys.
They're not
Just a
McDonald's
toy.
toys, but they're toys. Yeah.
Not based on anything, a show or
No, the
game.
the movie Gremlins is similar to them. Yeah.
Who did it first?
The Gremlins, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I don't know when Furbies came out.
Kind of looks like a Ewok in some way. Law? Yes? No?
It's a bit of a stretch. Yeah,
But this is like the origin.
You can make the argument. Yeah.
This is like 30,000
The
years ago before
foundation.
they evolved.
yeah,
Yeah,
the foundation.
This is the origin.
You know,
Their eyes would blink and their little mouth would chirp.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
that looks
Like
frightening.
that.
I would never have one of those. I would throw it away if I saw
I
one.
had so many.
I would kick it if I
Yeah.
saw one.
Kick it.
They were a thing. They were a big thing. Kind of like Beanie Babies.
Run it over.
I
if
remember
saw
Beanie
one.
Babies. I mean, that's like
I had Webkins.
that's my yeah.
So apparently, Gremlins came first.
Oh,
The Gremlins. It was 1984, and then Furbies, I think, got invented or popular in 1998.
what's that shit that people put on their hip where they have like a little character that they keep alive? What's the thing?
Oh, oh my God.
The Digi something.
Yeah,
something.
I forget what I forget
not
what the
Digimon.
fuck it's called.
You know what I'm talking about? This little fucking.
It's like a
little
pocket
screen
thing.
with a
Tamagotchi.
character.
Yep,
Is it
yep,
Tamagotchi?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's Tamagotchi.
I saw someone on TikTok doing that with their Apple Watch,
Oh, fancy.
and then they put it in a case for a what Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
So it looks just like one.
That's so cute.
But just going back to the Nickelodeon stuff, I just feel like when you see, I feel like it's definitely more common knowledge these days to see child actors grow up broken and not be confused as to why. You know, that's becoming more of a common thing to know. Like, okay,
The real,
this
like
is
the
an
real
industry
reason
that is filled with
set up for them
darkness.
to like suffer.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense because it's a shit place to be.
It's also a cycle,
Yep.
which takes me to Diddy, because Diddy was sexually abused.
Oh, by who?
Family member.
Oh, and you know this how?
Because I was just watching Surviving. No. Sorry, wrong person. I was thinking R. Kelly. My fault. Not Diddy. I was thinking R. Kelly.
boy. Okay,
My fault. My fault.
okay,
I was thinking R. Kelly because I was
yeah.
just watching Surviving R. Kelly,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
which like kind of ties.
But that's not
later.
far off. I mean, they might be, you know.
Yeah,
Into
but
this.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it
He
goes.
was
It's
the
a cycle.
godfather of this. Is that what? You're
No, I'm saying it's a cycle. Like when like you can go one of two ways as a like sexual assault survivor. Like you can survive it and move on,
Yep.
or that can be the only thing that you are.
Yep. 100%. It all started somewhere. Someone did it first, for the most part. But speaking of Diddy,
If I could, I would. Dude, they raided 3 houses, not 2, because one of his homes is in his daughter's name. Because he was like maybe prepared or
and
thinking
he flew to where?
the Caribbean, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Well, his jet, they tracked his jet there. I don't know if he's actually there because there's footage of him like walking around Miami, but I don't know when that footage was taken.
Yeah, it's some fake bullshit.
But
Crazy, man. And the amount of people that are gonna fall from this.
well, and 50
And people
Cent's
are gonna
posting
get
about it too.
exposed.
50
is-
Cent had a lot to say about it.
And then you start looking at these pictures of Diddy at parties and like groups of pictures of him with people, and you're like, oh, they
Dude.
seem to be very close to each other. I wonder if they do business together too.
It all started
Because
with
the
Cat
business-
Williams.
The business is extortion, blackmail, right?
Yeah.
Is getting these celebrities, politicians to parties, having cameras everywhere, and all the dark shit that happens after hours.
It's the
I
same
got on you for
exact.
life.
It's the same exact thing Epstein was doing.
Basically,
It's the same
but
thing.
in the hip hop world.
But
Yep.
same thing. That's
Not
how
just
you can
hip-hop
have
world,
control.
but the, you know what I mean?
Hip hop world, fucking movie and TV industry.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Which like it makes you think about it. Like, what the fuck is so wrong with people? Why are there so many fucking pedophiles?
Maybe not just hip hop, more like music industry. You know?
Yeah.
Like who knows how these artists get certain positions and things like that. I mean, it's just like nowadays it's like such casual talk, you know, especially since the Me Too movement. Like
Yeah.
once that started, it just puts doubt in everyone's mind about every industry and how people get to certain positions. And if there are this many pedophiles in the world, after after I watched it, I looked up on Google. I was like, pedophile stats, like
Dude.
and I couldn't really find anything solid. But my mind went to the same places. Like,
Oh, just look up.
are these motherfuckers
how
just
many?
everywhere, or like?
Just to give you a rough idea, look up how many sexual predators are registered in the database. Because in Massachusetts, I promise you, it's over 1,000.
And it's something that goes back to like the beginning of time, like you know,
750,000 registered sex offenders. And then 250,000 convicted sex offenders.
Jesus.
There's like bulletin boards in some of the schools that I work in, of like so the
There's
teachers can actually like be cautious of them, and it's just like papers on papers on papers. It's disgusting. I call it the piggy wall.
Isn't there some countries? Someone was having some discussion about normalizing child pedophilia,
Yeah,
like
should be,
making that
like-
an okay thing, not
Yeah.
something that is.
No idea what country that is.
They should be
make
HIPAA
law
trained.
against it or anything like that. Like it should be socially acceptable.
I think they should just be. If you do anything to a child, you should just be castrated.
So from at least the
like
video
that.
I saw, it was like a super mega woke person that was like making the argument. It was like it's a form of sexuality the same way that
Oh.
there's
No,
gay,
it's not.
lesbian,
That's a problem.
people that are pedophiles were born with it, and it's not their choice. And
that was a while ago. It was like trying to get past. It was trying to get passed in the American Psychology Association, I believe it was, and they were having like a vote on it because they were talking about switching it to a sexual orientation, which made absolutely no fucking sense. Because like that's not normal. That's what you're saying. You're saying that you're putting this in a category where sexual orientation, any sexual orientation, is normal. Pedophilia, that's not fucking normal. I'm sorry, but that's not fucking normal. We don't live in fucking 1800s no more. It's 2024. If you really can't help yourself that bad, go to a therapist or fucking check yourself into a hospital.
I like the latter one.
It's like not, but like positioning yourself in an environment where you can take the most advantage of your pedophilia is like another fucking level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and then getting away with it. That's the other part.
It's crazy.
That's why there's so much power. That's why Brian Peck only served a little bit and everyone else continued on. All his friends kept doing what they were doing. He kept doing what he was doing.
It's as a kid, you're so innocent. You don't know what's going on. You can't,
You're also
there's
like,
not much you can do.
Maybe this is what I have to do to reach my dream.
You just, exactly.
If this is the door that I need to open, unfortunately, I'm going to have to open it.
And at that age, you'll justify it without anyone in your ear telling you not, you know? Sad, man. It's fucking dark. All these industries. Diddy isn't the first. He won't be the last.
But I'm glad it's just happening.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's starting to fucking happen.
Straight up.
Like,
but hopefully it's not just, finding the hit, what's the phrase? Just finding someone to blame it on, the fall guy.
Scapegoat.
And it's not exactly like, hey, we have to cut you off because you're exposing us too much. So let's put the next person in line and we're just going to send you to the sharks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad I live on this coast.
Yeah.
I'm glad I live on this coast.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in Hollywood. I definitely, as a kid, had aspirations of not necessarily Hollywood, but the music industry and, being deeply rooted in that. And Jesus Christ, if that's what fame costs, I don't want to pay it.
If what Cat Williams said is what it costs, I don't think nobody would want to pay that shit.
And he said at the beginning of the year on Shannon Sharp's podcast, all these motherfuckers are going to see the truth this year. That's what he said. And there's a lot of truth being spilled this year.
Yo,
out the gate.
2024
Think about it.
Bingo card is.
There's a lot of shit going on right now. Like a lot of shit.
Dude. Well, okay, so then a lot of shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how we just talked about Leave the World Behind?
Yes.
So many people are making a parallel between that movie
and you saw why, right?
The bridge.
Did you see why they're making the parallel?
Well, yeah, because it's a little fishy.
Well, the ship
lost power,
crashed into the bridge, right?
Correct. But it's a tension bridge.
And the bridge collapsed. A lot of people have been missing. I don't know the exact stats and all that.
2 people
stuff.
Missing. It's 2 construction workers.
Right. But where the ship is coming from, I don't remember the name of the country, but
Singapore.
the flag has a lion on it.
Singapore.
And the ship from the movie, Leave the World Behind, the name of the ship is White Lion. So
I didn't know that one.
And guess who executively produced that movie? Barack Obama.
Dan Snider.
Imagine.
I'm so done.
Shit. Now that movie would come out very differently. Very differently.
Yeah, very differently. Very
Or
differently.
movie, I'm sorry.
Sorry, it was there for the
Dan
taking.
Snider.
That opportunity presented itself.
You had to take it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Am I speaking wrong? I don't think that's where it came from. I don't think it was Singapore.
That's like where that's where its journey started. But the people on it.
Oh no, sorry. Where was it destined?
Oh,
destined to. Sorry,
I was gonna say
my
it left
fault.
from Singapore.
My fault.
Origin.
My fault. The weed, sometimes confuses the thoughts, but doesn't leave it muddy. It's still very clear in here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No.
It's always muddy for me. I forget half of what I'm talking about.
No, it's not true.
Not muddy.
Those are lies.
Cloudy.
No, 100%.
I just saw you scream like that, and just made me think of this video. I saw this girl in her car.
Where is it coming from? Where is it destined for? Oh, look at that. What's that, guys?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Sri Lanka.
It was heading to Sri Lanka, and yeah, it does have a lion holding a sword. What a cool flag!
Now look up boat. I know it's yellow. The color's the only thing that's off, but just follow me here. Look up the picture of the boat from Leave the World Behind.
I think this
just so we
one's
can
just
show
a
people.
Simple mechanical failure of some sort.
But you
they
understand
lost power.
I think I'm out on this.
in Leave the World Behind, that is a post-apocalyptic movie, right?
They start
The
attacking
first
infrastructure.
step is the boat, is infrastructure. And guess what?
Well, it was communication, but yes, because you need to fuck up our infrastructure to fuck up our communications.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Guess what? Sorry.
No, I was just reading that they're one of the biggest import-export bays in the world. Baltimore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, it's very important.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna fuck up a lot of shit.
That's very important.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up.
On.
That's the big thing about it, is that it's gonna be major fucking impacts.
Imagine trying to get to work. Oh,
okay, so
dude. Imagine trying to get
there were
somewhere.
people working on the bridge. There were construction workers.
I know,
so,
but just imagine like you just have to cross the bridge to get to work, and now you got to go all the way around Baltimore.
Literally, and they're saying like how much it's going to change the economy in Baltimore, because once they have to rebuild the bridge, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of income.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was the goal. I don't know what the intent is, whether you want to go the route of the conspiracy of the movie and this is the beginning of the end times type shit, or this is just an accident or whatever. But if you watch the video I sent you, fam, of the ship sped up 8 times speed, it shows you how it moved and how it aimed directly for the truss of the bridge.
So the thing is, like, it lost power, and they also dropped anchor, which isn't going to stop them.
Oh, maybe that's
but
why
it
they
could
moved
move
so much.
it could have made them drift.
Damn, don't
the
kill
current,
the
If
theory.
they drop it on like one side.
Don't kill the theory.
That's like being in a
sorry.
kayak.
No,
and
you're
just,
so
like,
right. It yanks it.
Putting the paddle down on one side, you're going hard, right?
Because I did hear that they warned.
Yes, they called Mayday. And
Mayday. Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot, and I saw it on the news, so I have a lot of facts about this one.
Oh, go hit me with the facts. You're better at facts than I do.
So there were construction workers on the bridge, and 6 of them have been recovered. 18 people have been recovered. 6 of them were construction workers, and 2 of those construction workers are still missing in the water, but unfortunately presumed dead. Yeah. But they got the Mayday in time to stop stop the traffic and stop people from getting back onto the bridge. They just didn't have enough time to get to the construction workers to let them know. They were on their lunch break. Like, the whole team was on their lunch break, and they presume that they were probably in or near their vehicle.
Just imagine.
You're just
like
having
half
lunch.
a second. Yeah.
Everything, boom, done. You're done.
That's frightening. That's so sad.
I think the scariest part about it is, like, all of that metal came crashing on top of them. Like, it would be one thing if the bridge were built differently and it fell and it wasn't, all of this metal on top of it.
People were arguing that it should have been built differently. If we can get some pictures of the bridge,
but I'm sure it's old.
Yeah, for sure. But if that bridge is as important as it is, then maybe there should be a little bit more protection for what holds it up. Why isn't there more investment in things like that? So
this whole bridge in Baltimore thing, I guess, has gotten people in mass worried about, like, the bridges here.
We're fucked, dude.
Our whole thing, like, our whole infrastructure for bridges, because we have so many. No. And the news is like, we just want to reassure everyone that we're okay, and we have inspections daily, blah, 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 blah. I was like,
I fucking hope so. I mean, that's what Boeing was saying, right? Inspections daily? I don't know. They found soap in some doors. I don't think so.
Soap in some doors.
What
But
I'm
like, do
referring
we
to is
have?
Spirit Airlines using soap to seal their doors on their plane. In case you missed that, that's real information. You can look that up. Go ahead.
Do we have beef with Sri Lanka?
I don't know, but whoever their friends are might.
Took out my fucking bridge. The fuck?
Okay, I hate to go there, but what is next in the movie? Do you remember? After the ship?
The airplanes start coming down.
Oh. Well, they already started. So
Because it's the first thing is taking out all of the communication systems.
Planes have been falling this year. I've lost internet on my phone.
Oh, dude,
a few times, like
SOS
weird.
mode is my constant. It's so annoying. It goes into SOS mode all the time.
Planes are down. Boats are crashing into bridges. TikTok's getting banned. You know, some weird internet shit going on. Internet wars.
Meta was down for a little while recently.
Yeah.
And then there was also like a phone carrier. I think it was T-Mobile. T-Mobile was like completely down for a while. Mm-hmm. Yep. Weren't we also recently hacked?
Probably. I mean, we're hacked right now. I'm always hacked.
But like, I think it was like really major information. I'm hacked right now.
I don't know, but I definitely missed it. Did you guys see anything about someone getting hacked?
Nope.
No.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Did you see what happened in Moscow? I believe it was.
No.
Yeah, that shit's fucked.
What happened in Moscow?
Shooting.
No.
It was a shooting at a concert.
No. All right, and just to like put it in perspective for you, like the best understanding quickly, no Russian.
Straight up?
What?
Not an airport, like a music hall, no Russian.
Have you seen footage?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Four guys all kitted up, just walked in like 130 plus dead.
When did this happen?
And then they lit the building on fire or something
Within
like that.
the
Like
last
the building's
3 days,
gone.
I didn't know that part.
Weeks, yeah.
I didn't know
In
that
Moscow?
part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I mean that in like the least offensive way.
yes. Yeah.
That was kind of rude.
What
was rude?
Calling it a video game mission.
No, but
Oh.
no.
But, like,
I mean, it's good
No,
reference.
it was.
If
Yeah,
I needed a reference, I pictured exactly what I think happened now.
That's exactly what it was.
So I
Straight
guess
up just execution with militarized equipment and rifles and
Yeah.
So I saw this. I saw on the news this morning that ISIS had stepped in, supposedly claimed, like took accountability, but like they're, I think, also known to take accountability for attacks that they didn't do.
you know what we need to do? We need to stop poverty. I think that would help a lot.
Yep. I mean, 100%.
Poverty would stop a lot of corruption, and then it would stop a lot of terrorists from doing some dark, evil shit. That's what I think. So all these billionaires like Jeff Bezos' ex-wife who's giving away $650 million
Yep.
just because she probably is like,
She's just like, fuck you. Yeah.
Fuck
She's like,
him.
fuck you. I won all of it and I will fucking give it away. It's all yours.
Deserves all of it, you piece of shit.
Exactly. Because he probably fucking hates that she's donating
just
it.
get about 250 more of those people.
She just needs to donate to the right things.
People who are in poverty and who are in corrupt nations, and let's just kind of maybe strive for some world peace. But now let's just control people and fuck it, right? Like fuck it, guys.
Well, word around is that it wasn't actually ISIS.
Whoever the fuck it is, like how do you have that desire in your heart? How do you
Russia
get to
would
that place?
to continue keeping their people afraid and scared.
Oh, you think it's an inside job?
I don't think. That's just the theory. Don't be putting words in my mouth.
But regardless, there's evil people somewhere coordinating this, and then human beings willing to come to the decision to do something like that.
Andy,
that's like beyond dark, dude. That's straight up demonic. Andy, what's up?
9/11 was the worst terrorist attack ever. So that's the most evil fucking thing that anyone could do. And I totally believe it was.
Thing. I mean,
do you know how many people died in 9/11?
But you know what Genghis Khan did? You know what I mean? There's like, you know what Hitler did? Like,
well, yes, yeah.
If you're speaking one event, I guess, but worse shit has happened for sure. What's up, Pham?
I meant more terrorist
No, I was just gonna agree with you. Like
Specific
Genghis
terrorist
Khan
attack?
Yeah, that's what like I meant. I don't know.
I mean, you might.
I don't know.
At least United
I don't know.
States.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, from my frame of reference.
Yeah.
Dude, but also like, my dad's out here telling me stories, crazy ass graphic stories about this fucking war that's going on, and like, I'm not even gonna say it because it's not worth it. Like, horrible fucking things. He's like, oh yeah, this is what they're doing to the women and the kids and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. That's gonna sit with me all fucking day.
I think some people hearing that, and me as well, like, it just comes to a point where it's like, what can I do? So why? Not that I shouldn't know about it, but there are certain things that. What am I going to do with that information other than hurt me?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing I can do. There's nothing. Literally nothing.
Yep.
Give me $1 billion, then I'll start doing some shit.
Yeah.
Not because I want to, but because I can.
Yeah.
Because money gives you power in this world, unfortunately. And my word of mouth, my opinion, my beliefs aren't going to get anyone anywhere. Unless I get a lot of people to believe in what I believe, you know, hopefully don't start a cult. And then, you know,
I was gonna say,
pursue
cult vibes.
You know what I'm
vibes.
saying? But like, at some point, it's like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. So there's some information that just hurts you. And if you're looking for pain, go for it. There's people that like that. You know, some of us like being depressed a little bit.
Hello,
that's what depressed people do.
Friend.
You know, we just go deeper because that's our nature.
I'm gonna do that with like music, but yeah, I just think
if
like,
you care about your well-being, there's certain things you just don't need to go after.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
but some people like being miserable, so it's tough.
I think like I've seen so much evil already that I'm never surprised by like the next evil thing. You know,
definitely like, nowadays it feels like that, but. Then that's a scary thought because it's like it'll only get worse then.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I don't feel it.
It'll only get worse. It'll only get dark. We'll only see more pain in our lifetime. And that's just like, does nothing good for me. Nothing. Because, I mean, how often, I don't know how often you are, but I think about death often.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Not in the sense that, just in the sense that it's coming.
Yeah.
And it's after all of us. And it's after the people that I love. It's after my parents who are older than me, my grandparents. Like, it's coming.
Yeah.
Every day. And I like that anxiety a little bit because it pushes you to want to do more, to, you know, give more, be a part of more.
Yeah.
So that you don't miss out on those opportunities that'll never come back. But, you know, that's just a constant thought. It's a tough thought to live with.
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot of us.
Yeah. I as an adult haven't really ever lost anyone close to me in my life.
Yeah.
So me being as old as I am now, it scares me all the time because I feel the same way of like it's coming for everyone.
Yep.
It's coming for everyone around me that I care about. So I feel ya.
And I feel like because of that information, I've just spent my whole life trying to make sure that I'm ready for that day by seeing death differently, because that's the only way, because it's coming. So your perspective on what that moment means has to change, or else it'll kill you. You can't let it destroy you because it will. My
brain is so logical. So like it won't let itself get there. So it'll just like, I don't know, think out of it.
Associate, just cut off, yeah.
But when that one time that I was on shrooms and I watched like 6 fucking Disney movies in a row, I had like the most emotional experience because I thought about losing my dad.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I think ever that my brain was like not aware enough to revert and be like, no, bitch, you can't think about that. Don't think about it yet.
You're just lost in it.
Dude, I was like, this is a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
But it made me just kind of realize like I have to prepare a little bit better for that. I can't just not think about it.
And that's going back to what I was saying, which is like, I want to see death as something positive, a stepping stone of sorts.
Yeah.
A leaving us for the next step.
Yeah, just
something better.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been thinking about that recently too with Akida, the creator of Dragon Ball. He just passed away. And that's been a big thing for a lot of people. Dragon Ball has impacted my life.
I can only imagine.
More than I can even describe. And it's been a huge connection between me and my wife. We started watching it a few years ago. And she watched it all with me again. And his legacy, that is what I want to remember. You know, now that he's passed, like, I don't want to feel sad about that. I want to feel happy. Like, wow, what a fucking life. Look how much that person left for us.
Yeah. Well, that's
they moved on, and that's okay because it happens and it comes for all of us. But that's not something to be sad about. It's time to reflect and go, wow, a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
An inspirational human being.
That's
wow,
why
we need to be more like that.
That's why I like I like when people have celebration of life instead of like a funeral
that's
or a wake. I like that better because it's like, oh, I want y'all just to have a party. Like, I know you miss me, but yeah, like,
be in pain.
Yeah, like, just have a party in my honor and like move forward in my honor. Like, we all knew this was gonna be one day. And
a lot of people are gonna struggle with that, but I don't want to be that person. I want to see the very sad, heartbreaking day that, you know, knock on wood, that you pass before I do, is gonna destroy me. But I have to remember all the great that you brought to this life and know that something better awaits you.
Yeah.
And if I see you again, great. If not, thank you for everything that we've experienced. Like, it just has to be that, or else you are just going to go into darkness.
Yeah.
And I don't want darkness.
And well, like, grief also comes in stages, you know?
For sure. I mean, but similar to you, I haven't had much experience. So
it's hard. And like, it's like, I've learned that it's really difficult because as a person who hasn't really experienced that and having a brain that's more logical, your brain just inevitably goes to thinking like it'll be okay. Like, you know, you'll be all right. It's fine. You don't have to go that deep. Like, it's not going to happen for a while. It's okay. But I lost my train of thought.
Grief and death and the process.
Yes. Comes in like stages. So I feel like I had an idea of what grief would look like. And then I saw it through someone else and realized how like different it could look than what I had in my mind, than what I had previously made myself think I was going to be like. So it's hard to think about how I would be grieving because for me, I feel like I would just be a hot mess. Like, I would need like 3 days, like, give me 3 days to just cry it out and lay in my bed, and then I'll be human.
And then that's the thing too. It's like we won't know until we're there.
Yeah.
As much as we want to prepare, as much as we want to think and believe that things will be different, it's like,
let's hope that's
until you're there
anytime soon.
No, for sure. Until you're there, you just won't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So, and just like anything in life, it's just perspective, dude. It's just, you have to go through it to know for sure what it feels like.
It. We went really dark.
Well, hopefully we don't have to go there. Yeah, but I mean, that's not some real shit. That's on some real shit, man. That's life. That's what we all deal with every day.
Straight up facts.
And for a lot of people, I'm sure when they get super stoned, like,
you're
thinking
tripping,
about those things.
Yeah.
You're thinking about life perspective, like the big picture. And not just for people that are getting stoned, but people who are religious, have a belief in a higher power. Like, these are common thoughts. So it's just on some fucking real shit, even though we came from some even darker shit before
facts.
Hollywood. But I mean, sometimes that's just what life wants to, you know what I mean? It's just dark right now.
Yeah.
The clouds. That's what we got to talk about.
A little bit.
Yeah.
This is what we got to talk about.
Speaking of in the clouds, did you see the guy that went on the plane without a ticket?
No. Well, I did a little, but that's it. I saw like he was a stowaway.
Madness. Could you play that video, fam? It's crazy. I mean, I already didn't fucking trust planes. Now I can't trust the airports. I thought we were supposed to trust the airports.
I'm so done.
After all the shit that they took from us, I mean, Bella was just telling me that her teacher was talking about what the airport was like in the 90s before 9/11.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, fucking 10 minutes. Fucking just walk in and get on the plane. Like, nobody.
Yeah.
You're chilling.
They didn't have TSA.
Now I got to walk through this line and that line and this line. It's like,
It's like, yo, there's a fucking reason though.
So if they're doing all that shit and it still fails
Yeah.
like this,
It's a little scary.
We're fucked.
We're fucked.
And the plane's already going down too. I mean, fuck.
We're double fucked.
Yes. Play that shit,
Dramatic
please.
security camera footage showing a Texas man before authorities say he boarded a Delta flight from Salt Lake City heading to Austin, Texas without a ticket. Watch as the man authorities identified as Wyclef Florizard appears to take a photo with his phone of another passenger's ticket. last
Crazy.
Sunday.
That's wild.
Could you go full screen?
But see, this person next to him looks like they saw him.
Look, yeah. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. It's like he saw that.
Boarding pass to board. Florizard was apparently on standby for a Southwest flight that was completely full. That's when officials say he then tried to get aboard a Delta flight. Once aboard the Delta flight, according to the affidavit, he opens the emergency equipment storage door. A flight attendant then assists him to a bathroom toward the front of the plane while others board. Before the doors close, Florizard moves to the bathroom in the back. As he leaves it, an attendant sees no open seats and tries helping as the plane starts to taxi. Then she realizes he is not a passenger.
Imagine that moment that you notice, wait, he's not a passenger.
Dude.
Just imagine if that moment was in the sky.
They would still turn around depending on where they
no,
were.
that's the moment where you're the fucking, what they call it? Oh, I'm so, I always
the
forget
marshal?
the name.
Oh.
Flight attendants, the fucking
Stewardess.
When they have that moment, like, oh shit, he's not on the manifest, and you're in the air.
Dude, I feel like in that moment they're about to like whip like a little knife out of their like their stocking is just fucking come with me.
Wait, who has the shank? The
stewardess.
She just has a fucking shank.
They gotta be prepared, man. There's supposed to be like a marshal, some sort
There's
of
one marshal on every plane.
yeah.
I mean, that's what they
That's
say.
what they say.
But Boeing says a lot of shit. So
It's a lot of employees. It's a lot.
That
of
is,
marshals.
man. That's actually like a.
Hey, I didn't think about it that
Think
way.
about all the jobs you could do in law enforcement. Like that's a pretty.
No, I
mean,
mean like
big
that's
stakes,
that's like
but-
a lot of people on payroll every day.
Yeah, but it's also like
Mm-hmm.
with stewardess, and then like,
But I mean, I'd rather them there than not. So fuck it, pay them.
but they don't get paid to like fly by the hour or anything like that. Like I don't. That's not how they get paid.
No, I didn't assume so. Assume probably a salary or something. Shit.
But they can. I like saw something recently that there used to be a thing where, like, if a pilot, excuse me.
No, they're a captain.
If a pilot needs to be somewhere else, they can like just hop on a plane as long as there's a seat available. They can just hop on the plane and go to the other airport.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if you can still do that now with like all the.
It was in a movie.
I saw
It was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Catch me if you can.
Yeah, where he.
Sorry.
It was like
Take your thunder.
a deadhead to Miami. She's like, "Are you my deadhead to
Yes,
Miami?"
that's
He's
what
like,
it's called.
Yes,
Yep.
that's me. And then he rides in the cockpit all the way to Miami.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called the Deadhead. Funny enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're still doing that shit.
Grateful Deadhead.
Great. You going on a plane anytime soon?
Nope.
You guys?
Oh nope.
All right, cool.
I don't care.
I'll drive.
Oh, you don't
That's-
care? Doesn't worry. The Boeing. No, this. Nah.
Not my flight.
All right. I mean, true, right? Until it is yours.
I can
Nope.
drive. I can drive.
I mean, that's how I feel too.
Or I can like fly half the way. As long as it's not like a super
It's
long
not gonna
flight.
stop me from flying. I swear to God, like it's not. I'll go on Spirit again. I'm gonna fuck.
You're wild. I don't play with my life like that.
I'm kidding. Never Spirit. Never again.
Yeah, we're not gonna fly anymore. We're gonna take a boat.
Oh, I'm
not
done.
the boats either, bro. Not the boats either. They're crashing into bridges,
We're
bro.
running out of transportation.
It's not so.
The start of
Hot
the
air
end.
balloon.
The start of the end. Take
You-
away
you-
transportation.
You try driving, you cross a bridge, and you're like, wow, fuck.
Just think about humans without transportation. What are we?
I mean, we were there
bunch
at
of
one point.
Stationary.
We were there at one point.
Stationary.
Like none, like not even a horse.
Nothing. Nothing.
Just your 2 legs.
Dude, you can't trust horses. They're getting hacked.
All right, so you're walking for 20
getting
minutes
hacked.
and that's it. Like that's
Think
the furthest
about
you
that.
walk.
Bruh.
Like imagine a military with transportation and then humans without transportation. It's just like
Did you say military?
Yeah.
With
you threw me
Yeah,
off on
like
that
fucking
one.
tanks and cars.
Like versus each other. Okay.
Versus like a civilization that you've removed all their transportation and they're just fucking walking around. Like it's just that's what's
Waiting
happening.
to die.
That's us.
That's
just fucking walking. All the
way
cars
They're
are
just
too
target
big.
practice.
not the cars yet. We need them. Actually, probably most cars. If you have a car after fucking 2014, 15, then your car has the ability to just stop.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
100%.
Stop
Digitally.
like brake stop?
Yeah, like a cop could like hack your car and stop it.
Oh.
Yeah. When did OnStar start?
Oh, it's been OnStar's been there for a long time.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're like GPS monitoring you at all times.
That's another rabbit hole. 100%. Coming
Yeah.
for transportation, that's first. It's happening, we're fucked. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, yeah, the princess. Shout out the princess. She's back, but she has cancer.
No, so okay. So she had abdominal surgery
Uh-huh.
to remove some sort of what they thought to be benign mass.
Tumor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after,
Yeah.
post-op, they realized that some cells were cancerous.
Huh.
So in a preventative measure,
Yeah.
she's doing the chemo.
Huh. Okay. Preventative.
Yep.
And that's why she's been gone.
Yeah.
And this was said verbally on video.
It was a video. It was
I
a
did not see
video of the.
any video.
Oh, what? Can you please pull up the
there's a
video of the princess?
video?
Yeah, it's her. She's sitting on a bench. She's talking, and the internet's picking it apart and saying that it's AI and all this stuff. But also, this is pretty sad. So just give them some privacy.
And honestly, it fucking could be AI. Like, it's probably real, depending on where it came from, but probably. But the thing is, we have the ability to fake it now, which is
Yeah, I
sad.
know.
It just makes everyone paranoid. No one thinks that they're seeing the real thing. Like, not to go back to Diddy, but there's audio of Diddy and Meek Mill. I don't know if you've heard it going around
I heard about it. That told me.
of cheeks getting clapped.
That's what he said.
And it's loud. It's crazy. You will never be able to unhear it. But who knows if that's real or not? Like, that could be fucking anybody.
Yeah.
But you make people believe it. It might as well be real.
There's
David believes it.
There's an audio going around the world right now that everyone is listening to.
Which one?
The one that you're talking about.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Have you guys heard it?
I haven't not
Nope.
listened to it. I don't think that I
think I
plan on
want
it.
to.
No, you don't.
Let me put it up real quick.
Because you can't play it. You can't play it. Definitely not, because we don't know if it was consensual or not. But
It's that rough, crazy.
it's
I mean, if
to
it
describe it, it sounds like consent. But
sounds like what Cat Williams
it is
described.
also ultra aggressive sex.
Okay.
Ultra aggressive, you would know from audio that it's aggressive. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. You would just,
Got it. That's all I need.
I'll
to
show
know.
it to you after the pod.
You don't have to.
But it's not showing you. You're just hearing it. But crazy, fucking crazy. Let's not go down that rabbit hole again, please. Anyways,
You brought it up.
So can we see the video of the princess, please? Let's find out if she's real or not.
Yeah, I mean, I know that with AI, there's some telltale signs of AI.
Yeah, you can
doesn't-
find things. You can find distortion in the image and things that weren't cleaned up by, a great editor could see someone's flaws in
But how often is
AI
it?
or Photoshop.
How often is it that it's gonna fuck up something like my hand's like this and it has the ring on it, and then I flip my hand like this, and then I flip my hand like this again. There's no ring on it.
Did she have a ring here?
Yeah, someone was
Because
picking
there was
it
a
apart.
picture with the kids with no ring, right?
But this is a different ring. This is not like an engagement ring or anything. I don't think.
Okay, play this shit. Oh, that looks AI.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for
HD?
all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte, and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
How long is this?
It's about to be.
As I've said to them, I am well. I'm getting stronger every day by focusing on the things
Who has
that help me heal in my
Wrap
mind,
it
body, and
up!
spirit. Having William by my side is a great
This
source
is
of
in 60
comfort and
seconds.
reassurance to
I
me.
can't, my brain can't
As
handle
is the
it.
love, support, and kindness
you should
that
have
has
done
been
this.
shown
Yeah,
by
there we go,
so
there we
many
go, there we go.
others. It means so much to us both.
Thank God, Dan,
We
you
hope
really
that
got to
you'll
slow it
understand
down to
that as a
show,
family,
you know,
we now need some time, space, and privacy
compassion and
while I
remorse
complete my
and
treatment.
whatever
We don't have to
feelings.
finish the video, Andy.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I get it. Do I believe it? I do, actually. I believe that's real.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do. But who fucking knows? Maybe it's fake. Everything's. We're in the Matrix, bro. None of it's real.
Video.
We're in the Matrix for sure.
Yeah. What else did we want to talk about? Just to cut through the topics.
The girl.
What
the
girl?
Pool, the pool.
The
So
pool?
this pool-
I don't even want to think about that.
Oh shit, that's dark.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
I
else?
know. Yeah, we can go, yeah, let's go to something else. Let's go to something
No, I'm
else.
kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no, it's okay. It's
Anything
okay. It's
else?
okay.
I'm kidding.
No, it's
I
okay.
think that was our last point.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to leave it on that note.
Oh,
It
dude.
was either that or the cave, guys.
Yo, can you check the
Oh my God,
the
the
links,
cave
fam?
guys.
Make sure there's nothing else. Yeah, we're good.
No, the
What?
girl, the women getting punched and getting
Oh,
punched
that's
in New
you.
York.
I didn't even
dude.
hear anything about that.
That's okay. I didn't hear about it until like yesterday or 2 days ago
Okay,
when a
educate
video.
the people. We need a video for it too.
Yeah, there. I sent one of like one of the first people that I saw. She's like a blonde chick, I think. But dude, she's got a massive fucking lump on her head, like massive, and she's literally just walking. I think she's walking from somewhere, but she's walking in New York, and she had her phone, like her head down on her phone, and the guy
I saw this
literally just
video
come
and I
in
didn't know what she was talking about.
punches her right in the fucking head, right in the face. This
I
happened
was
to
literally
multiple
just
women.
walking, and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk. Literally, I fell to the ground, and now this giant goose egg is forming, and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so crazy.
And there's multiple videos of that, right?
There's multiple women that
Multiple
that are
women.
coming forward and being like, I was just walking in New York and I got punched in the face, or I almost got punched, because now
What would
people
you
are
do?
being more vigilant. Well, that's the thing.
First instinct.
The thing,
You get punched. First thought.
dude, some of them got knocked out. So, like, you have to think, like, if you're
Oh.
unaware
weren't thinking
and it's
at
all. No, for sure.
a guy coming at you and just punching you full force, some of
No,
some
the
of
worst
them.
is when you don't expect it because you can't brace for it. You take the most impact.
So that's the thing. I don't even know what the fuck I would do. And apparently he just punches them and then he runs away. But there was one. I don't
What a
know. You know,
savage.
I don't know how
And, like, not
Is
in
this
a
for a
good way.
YouTube video? TikTok?
TikTok. Yeah.
No. I'm saying this guy is doing it for a YouTube video for TikTok.
I don't know. Or he's just a
Basically
crazy
calling
person.
out people who do shit like that. Not punch people, but nowadays, bro, people that make YouTube videos, prank videos and stuff, do some crazy shit.
Well, on TikTok, you know how it always shows up with like a little search thingy, like in a phrase or whatever people are searching after that video. And it said something about knockout game and then a guy's name, but I don't remember what his name was. But the knockout game is fucked up. It's you just fucking punch people.
The knockout game?
Yeah, it's played at
I think this is
shows.
called UFC.
Yeah, about to say. I've seen it.
It's a show culture thing. Yeah.
Shout out that.
Boom.
No.
Boom.
No said. Yeah.
How you been? How's life? Things are good.
Getting busy at
Generally.
the shop. Lots of insurance cars randomly, but I like it.
I mean, insurance cars are better, right? Because they pay more money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the job is bigger.
Yep. Shout out insurance. Shout out the government. Whenever you can take advantage of it, take advantage of it.
Yep. Yeah. Things are moving, so.
Unless you get fucked. I won't talk about that. I'll tell you that. I think you know what I'm talking about.
By the government?
Mm-hmm. If you fuck with the government
Oh,
comes
yeah.
after you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
that's
Bella
very
told you
vague.
what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. Dude.
Can't talk about that here.
No, we
way.
won't. But when
You know, I told
like
you
my
when we were
reaction,
gaming.
What a blue ball, everybody.
my reaction,
That's how you
my
end the episode, bro.
Hell yeah.
dude,
I'm not complaining.
I was like, what the literal fuck? Like speechless at first and then just like wide-eyed, like trying to make sense of everything and then thinking about everyone. And I was just like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
Absolutely crazy stuff
Insane.
that you guys will never know about.
Never.
Sorry, y'all.
Thank you for watching the episode. We appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you if you watch. Thank you if you like. Thank you if you comment. We appreciate you guys viewing. We love doing these. We plan on doing these for a long time. We're gonna have some guests coming up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some fun times. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. See you guys. Thank
Catch
you.
Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Love you guys.
No, fuck you.
Happy 20.
Love you guys.